Alright, let's move on to Murd drop number 2. You go in this big old mushroom forest. That'll be nice. No danger at all, I'm sure. I'm sure it's okay. If we see any giant caterpillars starting to smoke whatever those things are, then I better run. Especially if you start speaking in weird rhymes. Or limericks.
Where did I come from?
Oh jeez, I didn't realize we were getting into this. A very special episode of Crystal Chronicles.
Sprouted from the mushroom forest, of course.
What? I'm sorry, what?
Nightmares soon haunted my
oh no, don't do that.
I dreamt that I was lost among the toadstools.
What? Seriously? That's all that's all it took to give her nightmares?
I felt the warmth
Sheesh.
of my mother's embrace.
You
as
wuss.
she comforted me. It is something I still remember to this
Why would you tell your kid that? Do they not have storks in the Final Fantasy universe? You know, like, or some, you know, weird bird-like creature that's totally a stork, but they call something odd, like, I don't know. Yeah, not much I can really prepare to begin with. At the beginning of the game, because you don't keep spells between levels, unless you find like a special, like there are special rings for spells. I'm pretty sure that allows you to use them. Yeah, it allows you to carry them over. Like you can find a ring of cure somehow. I'm not really sure where to get them. I mean, the enemies drop spell orbs like fucking candy, so at the end of the day, I don't think it's really not necessary, you know, a necessity to get these rings, because like, again, enemies they just drop, you know, a fuck ton of spells throughout these levels, at least throughout the beginning ones. I'm not entirely positive about the later ones, later levels. Yeah, I don't know, what are these things? Weird plants, I assume. I should probably know what these enemies are called. I'll call them Cancer for right now, because that's what they remind me of. And also a Caterpie. The Caterpie's not looking too good. He's also because he's dead. Because he is dead also. And as you'll notice, the chalice is filled up a bit, which is a nice touch. Yeah, see, a stone of life already. So I'm like not even a third of the way through the level. I can already make already make holy. Yeah, as it turns out, Holy Ra, you can only get it through. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. You can only get it in multiplayer. You can't use Holy in one-player mode. Holy Ra, rather. And Holy God doesn't even seem to exist, according to the wiki at least. Yeah, you have to get them down through gravity in order for them to for you to be able to really damage them. I thought Holy would be powerful enough to do the trick, but I guess not. Yeah, I don't know why, but I assumed that I needed like a much more complex combination to make gravity. It's basically any of the two of the three basic spells would work. So thunder, blizzard, fire, thunder. I didn't say that already, did I? Yeah, but either I figured it out later in the video. But I don't know, for some reason I keep thinking spells need a lot more complicated combinations in this game. Like Holy, I could have sworn you had to like combine like all three of the basic spells in order to do it. I don't know why I thought otherwise. What the fuck is this weird thing? Some dancing puppet monster? I don't like it. It creeps me out. And also it drops cherries, which is I wouldn't eat that, honestly. I wouldn't drop cherries dropped by that monstrosity. Who knows what it's been. Also fiery hedgehogs, who has very bad aiming skills. The game wasn't even close. Dense motherfucker. And yeah, see, more spells. Yeah, this is like one of the few games where I just utilize spells over physical combat. Because usually in games where you have a choice between spells and melee, I'm usually the melee kind of guy. But in this game, spells are just like, well, at least what I found, are a lot more useful. And also you just charge them up the same way, so what's the difference? You know? So so in this game I'm more of a spell guy more than I usually am. Like in games like Elder Scrolls, like I'm never a mage. I always use you know, a sword or something, or like a battle axe. Yeah, there we go, gravity. Very, yeah, you just, yeah, like I said, just any 2 of the regular, basic spells. And then boom, he's dead. Does all, yeah, he didn't even fight back. He just stood there accepting his fate. It's kind of depressing. Why, does this forest just, like, suck out the will to live? It's kind of depressing. Yeah, apparently Cura is also multiplayer only. Yeah, a bunch of spell combinations are actually only for multiplayer, which is odd. Yeah. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, you don't really need Cura, because Cura itself is already broken as it is. I mean, you don't have MP in this game. You can cast as many spells as you damn well please, and you'll never run out of spell points. Oh yeah, I should explain. The difference between Clear and Cure is Cure heals you, but you can get a poison effect through certain attacks. If you use Clear, it'll take the poison away. And then I guess Life is just kind of like a Phoenix Down. So I guess that makes Phoenix Downs even more fucking useless. I mean, I never use it. I don't, yeah, because you can't use a Phoenix Down in 1-player mode. Or I don't know, is it like, I don't know, like, does it automatically activate when you die if you have it in, like, in your command slot? I'm not really sure. I never even, I don't think I've ever really tried. I don't recall dying very much in this game. I find it kind of difficult to die. Because again, you get, like, I always get Cure within, like, the first 2 or 3 enemies I kill. And it's so overpowered that I don't know, I just don't die. Enemies don't really hit you hard enough to kill you in 1 or 2 hits, you know? And they usually have to charge their attacks for the most part. And, you know, anything more, you know, anything powerful enough requires, like, a couple of seconds of them charging up. And there's an Earth Pendant. But I can't use it, though, I guess. Or, no, wait, I think it's the 3rd level I go into where I can't use it. Yeah, you can't get the same exact artifacts too many times in a row, or else it'll just stop you from even trying. Oh man, I got another stamp, I'm so excited. Yeah, again, you need a Game Boy Advance cable, and I'm pretty sure multiplayer, you know, multiple people in order to even play these, but might as well show off where they are, you know. Yeah, there aren't very many secrets in this game that I'm personally aware of. I mean, there's like events and stuff, but aside from that, there's not too many secrets. So I guess I'm just I'm just finding out whatever I can to show you. I love that, a chunk of bronze. You know, not a very vague unit of measurement. Yeah, just a chunk. You know, not like a pound or like a square, just a chunk of iron or bronze or whatever it was. Now, why these things a chunk of gold? Now, why that hedgehog was carrying a chunk of gold, I'll never know. Where he was carrying it, I don't want to know. I mean, it doesn't have any pockets, I don't think, so it just leaves it to your imagination. I did not mean to pick that thing up. Yeah, but you can use those help you with spells. Like that was like oil, I think. So if you cast a fire spell on it, it'll light the whole puddle on fire. Of course, you have to lure an enemy into it, so it's not too useful. Or I guess in the case of these kind of enemies, you can just throw it on them. Oh man, I recognize that music. It means we're in for a good time. Are we gonna see the boss? Oh god, it's hideous! Oh, it's tiny. Oh, it's adorable. I'm gonna call him Clarence. Clarence, don't do mushrooms. That's bad for you. You don't know where they've been. I mean, if you're gonna be a bad example for Mog over here, then I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the house. Okay, never mind. You can stay, I guess. So this is the Marlboro. I assume that's how it's pronounced. But yeah, this guy's a fucking pushover too. For one thing, he stands in place. And this suction attack doesn't actually hurt you. It just draws you in closer, like a suction attack should. Yeah. Yeah, the first phase, the first time you fight them especially. The thing with bosses is they'll gain more spells, like, as the years go by. They'll like, gain, like, an attack or two. I think they might get more health. I'm not entirely positive on that. Yeah, I guess that's like a curse? Explosion? I'm not really sure what that spell is. I think in other cycles he'll get, like, a slow spell. Because I know he never uses it in this fight, so I'm not sure if he can use it in the first year. Yeah, he pretty much already seen his entire arsenal. He doesn't dish out anything new. Pretty basic stuff. God, is he ugly. How does he even see? He doesn't have eyes. Unless those tentacles on his head are his eyes. You know, the ones with the black openings at the end. God, I hope not, because that would actually be kind of terrifying. And he's dead. Oh God, Jesus Christ! I didn't. What the fuck? Okay, I thought he was gonna explode for a second. And I had a joke set up for that too. Oh well. Yeah, how come people don't just like? Or wait, no, that won't work. Never mind. I was gonna say like build a settlement near these myrrh trees, like wipe out all the monsters, but I don't know like how they would get a giant crystal over there. Like I don't know where those giant crystals even come from. Now that I think about it. Ah well, we'll have to. Where did these smaller crystals come from? Now that I think about it, where do they even get them? So many questions, so few answers. Oh man, I can't wait to see this cutscene again. Could I, perchance ask you for 2 drops? Nah, I didn't think so. Oh well. Stingy fucking trees. Yeah, thank God this thing is magic. Or else it would spill over the fucking floor. I can see, I never realized you could actually see your reflection in it. I never noticed that until, like, this, like, playthrough here. That's a little something new I learned. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here before another one of those things shows up. I don't want to fight that again. How the hell did you get here? Whatever. Yeah, you could just like walk over to me. Uh-oh, what do you do? Yeah, you should be here with me, bastard. But yeah, sending gifts to your family, I don't know if I actually explained this, will get them to like you, and sometimes they'll send you gifts and stuff, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think sending in bronze was a good idea. Oh well. I'll probably find more where that came from, so I suppose it doesn't matter. But yeah, see now look, Sebagius is smiling. He likes you think my entire family would feel more than neutral towards me, but whatever. Yeah, and each race has their own favorite and least favorite foods, which will like heal you more or heal you less as you. I don't have all day. Fuck you. Which will heal you more, heal you less, depending on where on the scale they are. That's not a good thing. Take physical damage. But I still came out on top. Okay, yeah, I can use the Earth Pendant again, rather. But now I think that was the last time I can use that. Like I've cleared 2 more dungeons, 2 more areas after this, and I don't think I could use the Earth Pendant in either of those. So I guess you just have to wait a few times for it to like recharge, so to speak. Here's Mars Pass. Mars? Dear Diary, today I met the most handsome man. He was tall, dark, handsome, and he had tentacles. Ooh. Makes me tingle just thinking about it. Ooh, it's creepy. I apologize, that was horrible. I like the music. Yeah, this game has pretty good music. I really love the overworld music, especially. That's a big ass crystal. Yeah, so why is it wearing a medallion? And why is there a bronze char by this well? Excuse me? Okay, let's just get away from this guy. But apparently, according to the guidebook, talking to that old guy, the creepy old pervert over there, like triggered some sort of side quest. I think that's what the guidebook talked about, but it's one you won't really be able to do anything with for a bit, apparently. Yeah. Gonna craft some armor. Work up my defenses. I'm just checking to see how high my default defenses are. Just be safe. 10 and 5. How much was the bronze again? Let's see. 13. Okay. Okay, so. What the hell? What the hell? Wait, what did it say? Say that? What was that? Now it's called bronze helm. Whatever. Yeah, of course, not every piece of armor is for everybody. Some are for a specific race. Yeah, I never really did much crafting or armor accessory stuff like in earlier playthroughs usually, because I don't know, it didn't feel like I really needed them that much. I don't know. Like, even though I never actually beaten this game, I don't really find it that difficult. I mean, to be honest, I only tried to beat the final, or the second to last boss only like once. I only tried one time, and I'm like, you know what, I'll do it later. And then later never came, because I just got distracted, basically. And that stamp looks kind of nefarious. Are you trying to tell me something there, Moogle? Yeah, see, multiplayer mode. Oh, well. Yeah, you lazy bastard. What do you do all day? Nothing, I bet. So do Moogles just not have arms, or? I mean, I guess that one, the male Moogle, was carrying it in his mouth, so. But then I remember the Moogles in Kingdom Hearts have stubby little arms. And they have, like, heads and bodies, instead of just a body and no neck. Yeah, some shops are only in certain villages at certain times. Like, these guys are apparently only in Mars Pass. I think the guidebook said only in odd number years, I think. I'm not 100% positive. And again, I never use Phoenix Down, so I'm just gonna sell them all. And you can't sell, it's weird, you can't sell your arm, or I guess, oh yeah, I guess you'd probably be able to sell that to the blacksmith. Did I even try that? I can sell my food too. I'm not gonna use it. And pleasing your family with gifts is pretty easy. Like, I'd probably give them like 10 gil and they'll probably satisfy them, you know? Does this guy have anything? Oh yeah, I buy like a recipe for like mithril armor. I have a feeling I'm not even gonna be able to use that until much later in the game. I think for some reason I thought he was selling actual mithril armor, not the ingredients or whatever you call it, the recipe for mithril armor. So that was just me being a dummy. Oh well. At least it's for anyone, so once I get the ingredients I can make it. Oh well. So that was my mistake. But I suppose now I have that for when I can actually use it, so there we go. Yeah, I never really did much, yeah, I don't know, like, what crystal balls are used for. Like, I guess I should probably check that out more before I, like, see if I should sell it or anything. Yeah, I don't have enough money, though. Oh, well. Again, I don't really even use melee as much as I do spells, so getting a more powerful hand weapon isn't really a top priority for me. So... But anyway, let's see what it says in the diary. Or after I move. I was just seeing if there was gonna be an event. Let's see. Joy, agony, everything. Well, aren't you poetic? Yeah, so I wander around trying to activate another event because they're kind of borderline random. But I didn't find anything, so I'm gonna end it here. So next time, I'm going to go into those creepy little mines over there and see what's going on. Maybe there's good times. Probably not. Anyway, see you then.